Легиону всегда были нужны сильные и умелые воины.
Тут кто-нибудь есть?
Конечно.
Надо же, у старого Мазаки гости.
Who are you? By the Divines, you're here for me, aren't you? I swear I tried. I was gonna do it. Please, don't hurt me. Wait, so you aren't here to kill me? Jari Ra sent me here. He wanted me to extinguish the fire in the lighthouse. We used to be friends. At least, I thought so. Then he started having me do things. Things I regretted later. Started out with just stealing. I would walk into the store and Jari Ra would distract the shop. I still remember that first time. I was so scared. We were in radiant raiment. There was a circlet on the counter. Gold and emerald. I felt horrible afterward. But Jari Ra always found a way to make it seem okay. Those haughty knife-ears got what they deserved. And when we went drinking at the inn to celebrate, Jari Ra would pat me on the back and give a toast in my honor. Mazaka said the same thing. Looking back, you're both right. But when Jari Ra gave his toast, everyone would smile and salute me. It was the camaraderie that I wanted. I was at the skeever when Jari Ra came by with his marauder. But Jari Ra put his arm around my shoulder and mussed my hair with. Then he tells me about this new plan of his. He says he needs me. I think one of his gang snickered. But Jari Ra told him to shut his mouth. The plan was to extinguish the flame at the lighthouse so that the ships would... I didn't want to do it. Stealing is one thing, but killing a man? He said they'd thank us for rescuing them. And I believed him. Please, I implore you, reconsider. I should know I almost made the same mistake. I was standing before the fire, holding a tankard of water when Mazaka came up behind me. When I saw him, I thought he was going to attack me or have me arrested. But on these days, he said, you can get a good view of the stars. Then he said, as a Khajiit born under the shadow, many told him his destiny. He told me how he spent his life as a pirate and still misses the clash of sabers. But in the end, he preferred the quiet life. And then he invited me downstairs for tea, and I've been with him ever since. I do. I'm not proud of the things I did, but it's Jari Ra's fault. He used me. I would have never been in that situation if it weren't for him. I appreciate you seeing the whole picture. Some would not absolve me of my crimes, even after. The truth is, I never had many friends growing up. People who... When you go to a tavern, they have stools and tables. Especially when so many are in the company of friends. I used to hate the way they laughed. That's how we met. Suddenly, I was the one sitting at the table. It turns out I laugh like a mammoth grunts. It's funny, but I might have been a fool, but I don't see how I had any other choice. I would have never guessed that an old Khajiit lighthouse keeper would become my best friend. Not officially, but I assist Mazaka any way I can. In exchange for... If he were to pass on, perhaps he might recommend me for the job. Or maybe I could tend to the lighthouse in Dawn. I don't know if I've earned the right to be the keeper here. There's still so much I need to atone for. I thank you for your kind words. May the divines keep the flame of righteousness alive in both our hearts. It's peaceful. I don't yearn for... Although sometimes when I head up to... It's like learning to ride a horse again. Pretty much. But not all of us can be soldiers. Or rich enough to buy... That's what it feels like, being around crowds. And when people say hello, I sometimes lose the words. Can you imagine forgetting something so simple as a greeting? I hope I'm not one of them. I may not be a hero or a priest, but I don't want to die.
Что тебе нужно?
Ты случайно... Прямо гора с плеч упала. Вот твои деньги.
Right then.
У меня есть оружие и доспехи.
Да благослови... Глянь-ка на него! Настоящая нордская работа! Я покажу тебе старый прием, который выучил в бытность разведчиком. Врагу будет труднее тебя обнаружить.
Proclamation from the High Court of Solitude. Reminded that by city ordinance, all carriages and steeds.
Успехи восточной имперской компании приносят золото.
Думаю, ты знаешь, что нужно делать.
Ты не знаешь,
Погасить
с кем
огонь,
говоришь.
помнишь?
Уходи.
Пока ты не выполнишь свое задание, нам лучше говорить.
Эй, поосторожней.
Помогите! Убивают! Помогите!
Bad idea.
Что это ты делаешь?
Come on. Come on.
Да сделайте же что-нибудь! Помогите!
Что это было?
Лучше пойду по добру, по здорову.
Сдавайся. Ты, может, я пощажу
Никогда
тебя.
не дерись с женщинами.
Вот это
Мы
будет
всегда
зрелище.
деремся грязно.
Дай им! Бей их!
Если придется, я тебя убью.
Время умирать.
Теперь ты поплатишься.
That's it. On to the next battle. Or maybe the next enemy.
You like to walk in this weather? Let's go home.
Сдавайся, и, может, я пощажу тебя.
For White Run! Этого хочешь, а?
We grow stronger with each fight. At least I like to think so.
The city was built by dwellers.
Лучшие украшения во всем Маргарде.
Не стоило сюда приходить. Помогите! Кто-нибудь!
Извини, что втягиваю тебя в наши маркардские дела, но после того случая на рынке у меня совсем не осталось времени. Ты не из местных. У тебя бывалый вид. Ты подойдешь. Тебе нужны ответы? Мне тоже. Человек впадает в безумие прямо на рыночной площади. Всем известно, что он из изгоев, а стражи ничего. Все это продолжается уже много лет. И все, что я сумел раскопать, это кровь и смерть. Мне нужна помощь. Прошу тебя, выясни, почему на ту женщину напали. Кто стоит за Велином и изгоями? Я заплачу за любые сведения. Так, значит, все указывает на сокровищницу. В этом есть смысл. Вот золото, как я и обещал. Продолжай расследование, и заработаешь еще. Он работал в плавильне. Я и сам там когда-то отливал. Я никогда особо не интересовался Велином. Знаю только, что он живет в муравейнике. Вместе. Они потомки древних. Норды изгнали их из... Но почему-то они все еще здесь. И они убили... Да... Все началось, когда я был... Его убили. С тех пор я и пытаюсь докопаться до... Я поклялся, что брошу свои поиски ради ребенка. Но призрак отца словно преследует меня. Спрашивает, за что?
Пусть твой клинок будет острым, а добыча свет. Ты уже знаешь все, что знаю я.
Добро пожаловать. В таверне «Серебряная кровь» есть Это таверна «Серебряная кровь». А, да. По-моему, она сидит у огня. Бедняжка.
Of course. I understand completely. No worries at all.
Давай утолим твой голод. Запомни, в Маркарте эль дешевле крови.
Чем могу быть полезна? Не до разговоров. Мне скоро нужно возвращаться в Серодил. Не до разговоров. Мне скоро нужно возвращаться в Серодил.
Я из тех, кого зовут солдатами удачи. Сделай мне предложение, и, возможно, я буду сражаться на твоей стороне.
Yeah, something is. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that you were in possession of something, only the problem is, it's also extremely dangerous. What do you do with it? Do you hide it? Destroy it? That's what I was leaning toward. But part of me still feels guilty for it. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. It's a painting. The last... Some say she was a recluse. Others say she was a necromancer. Now, I don't know about spells and witchcraft and all that. I don't expect you to believe me, but history doesn't lie. The painting is death itself. No, but it'll deliver you to him. Moreau's husband was the first. The next one to die was an art collector who gathered all 7. The trail continues in this manner. Ledgers that show the purchases followed days. I haven't had the courage to look at it. If I die, there will be no one to spread the word about its dangers. Do you realize what you're asking me to do? I can't send you to your death. I appreciate you trying to help, but it's too risky. We're dealing with... That's why I had the painting stored in the treasury house. At least until I decide whether or not I want it destroyed. I trust the Silverbloods more than I trust the guard here.
Не до разговоров. Мне скоро нужно возвращаться в Серадил. Не до разговоров. Мне скоро нужно возвращаться в Серадил.
Вот растяпа!
Прошу прощения, мы помогаем. Он просил, чтобы его никто не беспокоил. О, извини, что задерживаю. Проходи. Это древняя семья. Серебряная кровь управляет почти всеми землями во владении, а также местной таверной. И, конечно, они владеют шахтой Сидна. Тебе нужен тонар. Но если ты здесь по какому-нибудь политическому делу, то в первую очередь это землевладение. Все шахтеры... Этим занимается Непус Носатый. У него есть подход к работягам.
Я работаю на серебряную кровь. Помогаю с уборкой. Ну ладно.
So, you've come to hear the end of my story. It is not something I am prepared to tell. Because the questions will always be more interesting than the answers. And the best ending, the perfect ending, will always be the absence of one. Unfortunately, no. I once sought the perfect ending to my story, only to find the words eluded me. So I tried to frame it not with words, but pictures. But even then I failed. That is, until the day I met a wanderer who kept a dog as his companion. He offered me a proposition. He would grant me what I desired most, but asked nothing in return. He took pleasure in knowing that perfection would provide its own disappointment. Because to maintain its secret, the painting required a protector. And so here I am, guardian of my own shame. They, like you, are curious souls who sought the ending to my story. It is the paradox of any mystery. The answers will never satisfy your curiosity. They are only varying levels of disappointment. Because then my motives would be transparent, and delaying the end is just as damaging to the narrative as a... It is the paradox of I disagree. If you are satisfied with an ending, it is the paradox, because if those theories are wrong, the entire story... It is the paradox, yes. Save for the one. That is what the wanderer I spoke of was none other than Clavicus. The painting itself is proof that such an ending exists, and that you have a choice. You may choose to adhere to my wishes and die by my hand, or you may take the painting behind you to serve as the new ending. It's drivel, the worst kind of ending imaginable. It will ensure that no others follow this path at the cost of my personal. Simple. By giving you a choice, I allow you to affirm or deny the ending I chose. I haven't the faintest idea. None have succeeded so far. On the other hand, very well. Take the painting or take up arms. But I warn you, I will not go down easily.
That was a good workout.
Я замужем... Ах ты, бродяга. И догадайся, кому принадлежит товар. Может, он и не самый старший, но весь труд, за который нас уважают, дело рук моего тонера.
Ты только скажи бабушке, если тебе что-нибудь понадобится, а, дорогуша?
Да, все равно с
пока,
тобой скучно разговаривать.
Shit.
Moreau was the first to realize pictures provide more depth and realism than words ever could. You've returned. What news do you have of Moreau's painting? Fantastic. Let's place it on the wall so I can properly interpret it. Okay, we last saw the hero just as he was about to discover what happened to the Dwemer. And what do we have here? Death bells. But that would mean... No, this can't be right. Although it has all the characteristics of a Moreau piece.
No, you fool! I warned you what would happen! By Arcade.
Let's see.
Dead. Get away from...
So, you've come to hear the end of my story. It is not something I am prepared to tell, because the questions will always be more interesting than the answers, and the best ending. So I tried. That is, he, because to maintain, they, like you, have a choice. Very well. Take the painting or take up arms. But I warn you, I will not go down easily.
Good to see you.
Come in and shut the door.
You've returned. What news do you have of Moreau's painting? Fantastic. Let's place it on the wall so I can properly interpret it. Okay, we last saw the hero just as he was about to discover what happened to the Dwemer. And what do we have here? The return of a dark elf sister? What? Is Moreau implying our hero is choosing his family ties over his biological ones? No, this can't be right. Although it has all the characteristics of a Moreau piece. But this ending, it's... alive? Why wouldn't I be? I've just been privy to one of the greatest pieces of art ever made. Don't you see? This wasn't a story, it was a critique. It's always been a critique of text and traditional storytelling. That's who she's satirizing with this final painting. In any case, I want to thank you. Terry and Andari will have their painting, but you deserve a reward. This is one of Moreau's earlier works, a priceless artifact, but long since surpassed by the work you see before you. Still, I'm sure you'll enjoy it all the same. Until we meet again.
Master Halkar, I've got some bad news. I'm afraid the painting's been stolen.
Nonsense, it's right here, where it should have been days ago.
But that's impossible. Whoever brought it to you must be the thief.
Does a thief return things to their rightful owner? I've heard enough of your excuses. If I wasn't in such a good mood, I'd fire you right here.
Master, I swear by the 8, I was only trying to help you.
Then fetch me a quill. We have much work to do.
I can't believe how foolish I was. A painting can't kill a man.
She isn't the most skilled painter, of course, but that isn't the point. The storytelling shines through.
I'm glad you're here. Stay safe. Good to see you.
Бьюсь об заклад. Если бы мужчина узнал, что его жена драконорожденная, он был бы не слишком рад. Мужчины и так часто возмущаются криком своих жен. Представь себе драконорожденную крик...
If
you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus.
Вот, это твое. Небось, ищешь уже. Вот, держи.
That's the capital, right? It's spacious.
Подайте монетку ветерану. Ну что вам стоит?
Morning already?
Fresh fish sounds like just the thing today.
Свежая рыба! Только что с фьордов!
Подайте монетку ветерану. Ну что вам?
Huh? What? Who are you? Oh, you come to steal my dragon breath mead?
Лучшая рыба!
Well, too bad! Some
Сегодняшний
fellow already
лов!
did that. All right.
Свежая рыба! Свежая рыба! Свежая рыба! Только что с фьордов!
Броня и оружие, выкованы лучшим кузнецом.
I've heard mead dries the throat and milk tends to clog it. I've also been trying to drink plenty of water and avoid the heart.
Do you need something?
Hopefully.
Ну, привет.
О, конечно. Гадь, где тебе вздумается.
Нужно что-то?
That move you did in the last fight was amazing.
Свежая
Can you
рыба!
show her that?
Только что с фьордов!
Броня и оружие, выкованы лучшим кузнецом.
Лучшая рыба! Сегодняшний улов!
If you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus.
У меня есть оружие и доспехи.
Свежая рыба! Свежая рыба! Свежая рыба! Только что с фьордов!
Huh? Are we talking just now?